Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amaka of SKYBELLE Beauty. If you're a returning subscriber, you're the real MVP. Today's video, as we all know, is going to be skincare related. As you can see, the robe is out, our skin is bare. So I'm going to be reviewing from the title you already know. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Yes, this is a highly revered and highly raved skin primer, face primer, actually, not skin, and it's really famous. A lot of YouTubers have used this. I know when it first dropped, it was like the wowza primer, and it was super expensive. It still is. I think it retails for $69, which, anyway. So I got two samples, as you can see, from the Sephora bag, and you may be wondering, how did you get samples of these from Sephora? I placed an order with the BP shop on Instagram, and it was quite a huge order, and she was kind enough to throw in some gift items. This was part of the gift items that she threw in, so thank you so much, the BP shop. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to be reviewing these. I've never tried it before because $69 for face primer, and quite frankly, to be honest, I barely use face primers. I just feel like they don't do a lot for me as a whole. I don't know if it's because of late I've not found a good primer. So I haven't really used any primer that has really done wonders for my skin. So I'm very excited to try this out and see how it wears and feels and everything. It's the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. It claims to be a filter finish protective primer, and it says it's for all skin type. This is what they say about it, then we'll give you our own thoughts. This velvety smoothing primer makes makeup last longer while keeping it out of the skin, helping to minimize clogged pores and breakouts. Before applying makeup, dot face with fingertips and massage a thin layer into skin to blur, prime, protect, and reveal a healthy looking, more even toned complexion. Interesting. It claims to be non-comedogenic, that it doesn't clog your pores, non-irritating, non-sensitizing, and dermatologist tested. Whew. Okay. I mean, whenever I see non-clogging, I'm usually very excited. So this is what the sample looks like, just like a tablet of paracetamol, and this is what the packaging looks like. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but usually when I'm doing my makeup, I usually start off with primer. That's the first thing that goes on my face. Okay, so they said to use a pea-size amount. It has a very soft scent. I'm trying to see what it smells like. It smells like skincare. Really soft, balmy scent, almost like a lip balm, chapstick. Yeah, that's what it smells like, and it's really soft. Has a light pink color to it. So they said to dot this all over the face. It's really soft, guys. I was expecting it to be, a bit harder than it is, but it's very soft. From the reviews I saw online, a lot of people said a little goes a really long way. So I guess we'll see how true it is. So I have dotted this all over my face, and I still have a bit more left, so I think I'm going to reserve this, and if I need more, I'll go back and apply more, but I think this is more than enough. So this you can use it for twice, if you get the sample. Let's just blend this into the skin, and I'll give you my first impression, how it feels, if I notice any difference or anything. So I'm starting it off where I have large pores, and in terms of the large pores, I think it's doing a fine job of closing the large pores or making them appear smaller. Yeah, it's blurring the pores, and it has a white cast, a slight, very slight white cast to it. So I guess that's the blurring effect. They said it evens out skin tone. It doesn't do anything for skin tone, I beg. It feels nice. It doesn't feel silicone-y. You know, the regular primer, when you apply it on, is almost like you're running your hand across silky material. I hate that feeling of primer, and that's one of the reasons why I don't wear primer a lot. I really don't wear primer a lot, but I like the feel of this. You know, it feels normal. It doesn't feel like I'm applying lotion, but it also doesn't feel like your regular primer, you know, that silicone primer feel, which I really love. Like, I really love. Just a slight itty bitty white cast, but nothing that foundation will not remove immediately. I'm loving this already, and I feel like it gives like a kind of mattifying effect. So I was trying to figure out what this reminded me of as I was applying it, and I just remembered it reminds me of the Pond's face stuff. I don't know if it's a moisturizer or it's supposed to be a primer. The Pond's product, that's what it reminds me of. It's a little bit mattifying, which I like. This would make me wear primer actually. Like, this would make me wear primer on a regular day, because I don't like that primer silicone feel. It doesn't completely dry you out. When I say mattifying, it doesn't completely dry you out and make you feel tight, but you know, it's not very greasy, shiny and all of that. It just feels comfortable on the skin. So I'm already loving it. I want to see how it holds up foundation, and if it helps with the wear and the finish of our foundation. It doesn't say anything about elongating the wear of foundation, but it's a primer. Okay, it's a primer. It's supposed to help with foundation. Anyway, I'll probably do my entire face and then come back and give you guys my thoughts on the finish. Then we'll do a wear test and see how it wears, and you know, if there's any improvements or anything extra. So as I am applying this foundation right now, and I'm looking at what my skin is doing, I'm beginning to believe what it says by it evens out skin tone and gives a more even skin tone, because that whole white cast I told you guys about, for some very weird and random reason, it's kind of helping with the pigmentation of my skin, and then the way the foundation is applying. I don't know how to really explain what I'm trying to say, but it's doing something for the pigmentation of the foundation, and I like it. I really do. Maybe it's not just a hypo. Maybe it's one of those products. Hey, $69. I'm done with the application of my foundation. I have to say that it's good. It's really good. I mean, it would be very crazy of them to price this foundation, this primer, at $69, and it will be crap. Like, that would be really crazy. I like. So final thoughts on the silk canvas primer. I would say it's an amazing primer. It helps with the makeup. It gives you a little tint, which in turn helps with the overall even skin tone of your foundation application. So I definitely think it's an amazing product. My foundation went on beautifully and I really like the finish of the primer. I've been sweating a lot during my whole makeup process because of this robe, and it's holding up really nicely. Like, I know if this was on a normal day, like my whole face would be cracking up and will be looking really crazy, but it looks really good, and that's always a good thing. So yeah, I think it's a good primer. Would I recommend you go and buy it? If you have the money, why not? If I had the money, I definitely would have gotten it because it's really good, and it helps with blurring pores if you have any. I do have some around this area. I know you can't see them on camera, but I have them, and overall I highly recommend this primer. So this is what my makeup looks like after about 7 hours of wear. I filmed a couple of other videos, and here you see me talking. This is another video I'm filming, and the foundation held up really nicely. I really love how it held up. I saw a bit of oil seeping through, so I had to pat down a bit, but it was nothing crazy like I would have experienced using my other primers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yes, I have a tutorial on this look. It will be coming up shortly. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you've not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.